All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me today on Mind Muscle Meditation. I'm pretty excited to bring this episode to you today because I'm a little bit of a mad scientist in some ways, and I like to utilize every way possible to accomplish my goals. And in this case, it's building muscle and getting stronger, getting in better shape, getting a more aesthetically pleasing physique, and really going towards that golden era physique, that aesthetic look. So anyways, without further ado, this is my experience with DHEA and finasteride. I guess you could call it a cycle that I did. It's 100% legal. You can buy DHEA on Amazon, and I have a prescription for finasteride. So the first thing that I want to do is I actually want to tell you about my history with finasteride. So I noticed when I was about 22 or 23 that I started losing my hair, and I wanted to correct that right away. So I jumped on finasteride, and I jumped on finasteride 5 milligrams. Now, I was on finasteride 5 milligrams, taking that dosage every day for approximately 10 years. And, hindsight is always 20/20, right? And so now I realize that that's probably a pretty high dose of finasteride, in my opinion. I don't think it needs to be that high. According to my research, you only need about 0.2 to 1 milligram of finasteride to effectively block DHT. And so anyways, the finasteride worked, and it blocked the conversion of testosterone into DHT effectively, and I stopped losing my hair, which is great. So fast forward 10 years, and now I stopped taking finasteride because my prescription ran out and I moved, and it was just really complicated, and I couldn't see the doctor to re-up my prescription. So anyways, I pretty much had no choice but to stop taking finasteride. Now, I did notice a little bit of a mood boost. I'm not sure if this was like a placebo because of the things that I learned about finasteride and whatnot, but it wasn't enough to make a huge difference. I think that your mental well-being has a lot more to do, at least in my case, it has a lot more to do with my everyday thoughts and where I put my intention, and am I making progress towards my goals and things of that nature. But anyways, I stopped taking finasteride, and I noticed that my hair was not falling out anymore. So I was like, hey, this is great. I don't have to, have the prescription, and I don't have to, take this pill anymore, which I thought was a great thing. Now, I do want to say that I did not experience any of the really bad side effects that finasteride is known for, to my knowledge. Sometimes there would be like a little bit of, depression or lowering of mood, but I think that has to do with other things. So, but any of the, really big ones, the side effects from finasteride, I did not experience, loss of muscle mass or problems in the bedroom or anything of that nature. So anyways, now, fast forward, a couple years later, after, the 10 years off DHT, finasteride, I start learning about DHEA, and now I'm not 50 years old, but I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm in my mid-30s, and I figure that, hey, maybe there's a chance that DHEA, although it tends to convert to DHT in younger guys, that I'm getting towards that, older age now where it will tend to convert to testosterone. So I was like, hey, let's go ahead and try that. So just to let you know, I've been on DHEA 200 milligrams for 3 months now. Now, when I first started taking the DHEA, which I started getting 100 milligrams a day, I take it twice daily, 50 milligrams in the morning, 50 milligrams in the afternoon, around noontime. And right away, I noticed that my hair was starting to fall out again. So obviously, the DHEA was raising my testosterone and then converting to DHT. And if you notice in one of my other videos where I'm calling out Michael Hearn for taking DHEA, is because DHEA, can convert into testosterone and basically make you unnatural, and he claims to be natural. So anyways, the DHEA was certainly raising my testosterone enough to where it was basically spilling over. My body was saying, hey, you have too much testosterone in your system, and now it's converting to DHT, and now my hair is starting to fall out. So immediately I wanted to get back on the finasteride. So according to my research, 0.2 milligrams of finasteride will block DHT effectively. So I figure if I'm on a 1 milligram, I can always cut the pills in half. Now, my experience, I've been on the 0.5 milligram per day of finasteride and the 1 milligram, and I think the 1 milligram does better for me. That's probably because I was taking the DHEA, like I said, 200 milligrams per day. It's kind of common sense. If DHEA is raising your testosterone, you're producing more DHT, more finasteride is going to block DHT better. Obviously there's a point at which that won't make sense. And like I said, I wouldn't be taking 5 milligrams of finasteride like I was before, but I think that 1 milligram works better than half for me. And this is all about personal experience. If you decided to do the same thing that I'm doing or that I did, that's great for you. This is not a recommendation that you do this. This is just telling you what my experience is. And so anyways, so 3 months on DHEA and finasteride. Now it's interesting because I listened to Derek from More Plates and More Dates, and I'm also really into Andrew Huberman right now. And, I'm very scientific. I love quantum mechanics, all this kind of stuff. And so anyways, I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together where I can and not be closed-minded in my hypothesis. So, and, realizing that there's always room for improvement. But anyways, that being said, Derek from More Plates, More Dates had this hypothesis that perhaps the finasteride could raise free levels of testosterone because you're blocking the conversion of DHT with the finasteride, and therefore increases the amount of free testosterone in the system. I don't really believe that's true because I think that I would have felt a little bit higher sense of well-being if I had more free testosterone in my system. And I also think that the testosterone, if it's raised, your body still has a natural balance where typically that testosterone may go up, right? The free testosterone may go up because it's being blocked by finasteride. It can't go into DHT anymore. However, it's going to quickly convert into estrogen or other hormones. And although I do think that could have a potential for muscle building because if you look at studies where estrogen is involved, basically you can recover much better if you have higher estrogen. And, if you have too high a testosterone and too low a estrogen, you're going to feel terrible and not really make any gains. So I have a theory, and my theory is basically you want to raise your testosterone as high as you can within a reasonable amount based on, whatever you're doing, natural things, enhanced things of that nature, whatever. But your ratio to estrogen wants to be a little bit lower. So you basically want to get your estrogen as high as possible without going over testosterone so that it doesn't start to convert into things like gyno and other issues that you're going to have with too high of estrogen. Now, that's only a theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seems like it could have worked for me because if the finasteride did raise my estrogen up indirectly, I don't think that it would have raised my testosterone any higher, but I believe that it potentially could have. And even if it didn't, even if I had a little bit of higher ratio of estrogen to testosterone, that could have helped me recover faster and, build more muscle because of that recovery period. So I'm not really 100% sure, but what I can tell you is that I had my testosterone measured when I was in my 20s, and it was 397 nanograms per deciliter, which is really low. And I did a couple of things. I improved my life in a certain way, and I was able to raise it the next time I got it checked by a doctor, blood work, to 497. So it went up 100, which is 25%, which is still pretty low testosterone, but I think that that could have been one of the reasons why I was able to, put on so much more muscle mass, even though my testosterone was low. And, you don't necessarily need to have high testosterone to put on a decent amount of muscle mass. And, a lot of people are probably thinking, well, what the heck are you saying? How can that be true? But if you look at girls, girls typically have 10 times less testosterone than men, but yet if they work out and they eat right and they train properly, they are able to gain, a significant amount of muscle mass, especially in their legs. But I've seen some girls with some very developed shoulders and arms before that I know were definitely natural. So anyways, it's interesting, right? I attribute my gains to hard work, proper dieting, proper sleep, and things of that nature. So I think a lot of people cut themselves short. I don't really think I'm anything special when it comes to my testosterone levels. I just think that I work a hell of a lot harder than most people do. And I also have put a lot of time and effort into, figuring this stuff out and how to build muscle properly while maintaining as lean a physique as I possibly can. So, that being said, I wanted to, try DHEA because I've been training naturally my entire life, and I'm ready to, boost my performance. I'm ready to see, what I can do. I'm about 35 years old right now, and I don't know how much longer, I'm going to be able to steadily increase muscle mass without at least DHEA or perhaps testosterone. So, I wanted to go ahead and see if my hypothesis was right, that if I raise all of my hormone levels by taking DHEA and finasteride in the manner that I just said, and to explain that again very quickly, boost hormone levels with DHEA. Obviously, DHEA is going to boost all hormone levels. It's like the mother of all hormones, so your estrogen, your testosterone. Now, keep in mind that I'm also blocking the DHT with the finasteride. So therefore, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, hopefully my testosterone will go up a little bit and the estrogen will go up a little bit. And I can tell you that I've definitely been able to put on a lot of muscle. I've gotten a lot stronger. But, I've really concentrated on my diet, on my sleep schedule, on my stress levels. I'm really trying to do everything right. So, but I really do believe that the DHEA gave me a huge boost, and I think that combining it with finasteride in this way is a very scientific way to go about it. Now, to prove that I'm not on testosterone or anything of that nature, I'm actually going to get my blood work done in 1 week so that you can see my testosterone levels and, kind of make an assumption and figure out based on what I'm telling you, what your situation could be, because I have a feeling that my testosterone is going to come back a lot lower. Now, I've stopped DHEA today. I took it yesterday, and I'm going to have my testosterone measured in 1 week from today or next Friday. And so at least that's my plan. And I don't think my testosterone is going to be higher from the DHEA. I really don't believe that. My energy levels have been pretty low lately. I think, I've been training really hard. Perhaps I don't even need to train as hard as I am. But, I'm pretty excited about bodybuilding, and I've been getting good results. So, let's go forward and see what happens. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys some of my results for before and after. And if you find value in my content, please like and subscribe. It really helps me boost the channel. I feel that I have a lot of information, a lot of really great information that I'm going to make concise that I can deliver to you and really help supercharge your gains and, get the physique that you want to have for your life. And you can do it naturally. So I hope this inspires you. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the transformation. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching the transformation video. I really appreciate it. I also really appreciate your comments and your feedback. So let me know what you think about the transformation video and if DHEA and finasteride together are a viable option. I really like to hear what you have to say about it. So make sure to comment below and tell me your thoughts. And thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.